floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. My fears tell me I'll never win. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I feel. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down, down, down. Here I am again, floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin, and there's darkness here. The whole world I feel. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down, down, down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me
Welcome back, everybody. All-Star Punk 99 here. I'm also with ChaosZake and Streak, coming to you from the Netherlands. How you doing, Streak?
Hey, thank you very much, also Punk. I'm very good today. How are you doing today?
I'm not bad. I'm looking forward to this Division 1 T8 with Tribe eGaming and Guerrilla Warfare. So it's going to be juicy. Two juicy teams. And I want to see what happens. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to bet.
Yes, definitely. I think it's going to be a very good match, of course. As you said, it's a Division 1 match. Of course, two very good teams. I think that they're kind of similar to each other, actually, in the way they play, kind of more fast-paced. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun here to actually watch and how these two rounds play out. Who's going to win?
Yeah, I mean, Verdun Heights is a difficult map to play, in my opinion, compared to some of the other ones. The points are a lot more difficult to capture. MCOM pushes are a bit more difficult as well, because if you get up towards the top of Verdun Heights, you've got the trenches, so it's easy for people to flank. And then when you're over at, I believe it's Charles is in the bunker in the middle, then that's a bit of a nightmare as well to cap, because you have people underneath and people on top. But yeah, similar to Monte Crappa, as we so affectionately call it.
Yes. I've never actually played Verdun Heights. I've never bought the DLC for Battlefield. So I'm really excited to actually see what is going to happen, because I don't really know any strats for this map, because of course I've never played it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what both these teams are actually going to do when they're playing the map.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the skills here are pretty evenly matched in terms of, this is our Division 1, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting interesting action and tactics, and I think we're going to see a lot of triple kills, double kills, hopefully no friendly fire, and the game can change very quickly. I'm interested to see once one team gets some momentum, how they're going to manage that, because sometimes in these types of Division 1 matches, you can just see one team just swipe all the way across the map straight to the MCOMs and just take it.
Yes, definitely. I mean, of course, in Frontlines, when one team, like, they start getting their momentum on, then it's going to be really difficult to actually, for the other team to stop the pushing team. Because once they get that momentum, they're starting to get more and more unstoppable. So really, if they cap a flag, you must try and immediately cap your flag. For example, if C is captured, and then, for example, then B is the next objective. If you're defending, you must try and get B. If you don't get B, the enemy gets more and more momentum and is ultimately probably going to lead to your defeat in the round.
Yeah, it's not like Operations, if anyone's played that, where they get time to fall back and retreat, and then some artillery falls. They can just push the team that's just captured the point can push on, and there's nothing stopping them. So, like you said, it's very difficult to set up a defense, and it needs to be a forward defense. You can't be on the point or behind the point. You need to be in front of the point defending to create a line of defense that they can't get through. And sometimes that's difficult because there's not enough cover or a place to have somewhere safe to spawn, or even the ability to revive. Especially on Verdun Heights, because if you get some recon or scouts, shooting you from a distance, or even a good medic with self slaughter, or any marksman variant that's allowed, it can be very difficult.
Yes, definitely. But of course, let's not forget that the developers of Battlefield DICE, of course, that they have in the Frontlines game mode, they do have this sort of mercy rule, which of course locks a flag before it is capturable after a flag gets captured.
That's it. Yeah, I think it's a 40-second lock as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so the team does have time to actually fall back. But then again, the entire map is open.
That's it. Yeah, there's no out of bounds. There's no out of bounds.
Behind. Yeah. That is actually what's most difficult about actually defending here on Frontlines is the enemy can be behind you. They can literally use a pincer movement, or for those, of course, watching stream who do not know what a pincer movement is, pretty much a sandwich. They pretty much get sandwiched in the middle.
Yeah, that's right. They do have that 40-second lock on the flag, so they can't just go straight in and cherry pick and have somebody waiting there to capture the next point. But there is no out of bounds. There is no artillery or anything like that preventing the team that just captured to keep pushing their offensive. And like you said, they could just sneak somebody over. And once they've capped the point, all they need is one person to spawn on over there. And you can essentially respec your squads and just spawn everybody in behind the enemy. And then, it can lead to some interesting things. We rarely see such in-depth tactics, but when you do, it's amazing, So yeah, I hope we see a lot of action, and I hope it's a fast-paced game. And I highly doubt this scene going to 20 minutes, but you never know. Sometimes the teams are that closely matched. It never goes to MCOMs, and it just stays, and it goes to time, and it's back and forth, back and forth.
Yes, of course, because in the last game that I was asked to commentate on, we had a big fight over Objective Charlie on Amiens, the first flag. Like, they just could not get past the first flag until like the very end of the round. It took them like 14 minutes for one flag. So really, if the teams are evenly matched, it's going to be really difficult here to actually get your momentum started.
That's right, and I'd love to see a match like that where, it literally just goes down to everybody on 1 point and not be able to capture that first point. Then, two teams are really closely matched, and that could lead to some amazing outcomes. Imagine going to 20 minutes with 0-0 on the scoreboard. That would be just that would be phenomenal.
That would be something that I have actually never seen before.
Anything can happen, especially in Battlefield, and I always keep saying that. I think it's one of the best games out there, if not the best first-person shooter. I always compare it to other franchises, just to give some perspective. You've got certain franchises on the left end of the spectrum, which are a bit more arcade style, and then you've got certain franchises which are very far on the other end of the spectrum, on the right hand side of the spectrum, let's say, and are very simulating, very, very realistic, where it takes you hours just to learn how to fly one vehicle. And Battlefield's right in the middle. It's got that beautiful balance between, I think, a game you can get into and understand the basics, and then you can start learning and getting in depth and going even further with
Yeah, so it has a learning curve, but not an extremely steep learning curve. For example, a game like Dark Souls has a very steep learning curve,
Dark Souls, yeah.
but like in Battlefield, you can just kind of play casual and just get better at it. You don't need to put hours upon hours each day in just to get better. You can just play casual and you will get a bit better every day.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking along the lines of like Operation Flashpoint and Arma with the simulators, where just to fly a vehicle, you have to spend loads of time to understand what buttons to switch on and how the vehicle flies and how it controls and speccing your soldiers out, understanding how to use the map, things like that. And then you've got franchises like Call of Duty on the other end, which are quite simplistic in their nature, where you just go in, you can respec maybe your loadouts and things like that.
Yes.
You don't get bullet drop. I believe it's still hit scan on there. Here you've got a lot more physics and a lot more going on in that regard. But yeah, you're right. You can play casual and you can get better. But if you really want to push yourself to being at the top of the leaderboard on pub consistently, it's a matter about understanding your weapons, which class to play at the right times, and always playing for that objective as well. That's what's going to get you all those points. That's going to get you your SPM. That's going to get you up to level 120. I mean, I've just hit 120 recently, and I've still got like 20 XP boosts left. I don't know what to do with them. And I don't want to scrap them in, to be honest, because I'm assuming that level cap's going to go up a bit.
Yeah, with the next DLC probably
I hope so.
to 130, most likely. But just kind of coming back on Arma here a bit, because of course, as you said, with flying the vehicles, that is the exact reason why I never fly a damn vehicle in Arma.
Yeah, right? Why?
I was in the chopper once, and it was in an online match. It was on a Zeus server, and just literally everyone was like, "Nope, land it." I was like, "How?"
How?
No.
Auto
They were
hooker
like,
enabled.
"Land." I was like, which button do I click to type? Sorry for getting a bit off subject
that's
here,
cool,
guys.
man.
It's just
That's
because
cool.
we're waiting, of course, for both teams and join the full match here. Because, of course, we don't have anything to talk about right now, really, instead of random stuff.
Well, I mean, no. I think there's plenty to talk about what's going on now with the recent update that just came out. Taking into account now, getting back to leveling up, you've got all 5 weekly medals are tracked now at the same time, which is great. I think they should take that a step further and make all medals tracked all the time, just like the ribbons, which what we used to have in Battlefield 4. I appreciate the effort, but I don't understand why. I mean, if they were looking to increase the longevity of getting to level 120 and decrease turnover of players leaving the game, that they shouldn't, I don't think they should have done it that way. Just let all the medals be tracked all the time. Let people hit their level cap. The game it's not about getting to the level. The real hardcore players and the people that enjoy the game, they'll keep playing even once they hit level 120. There's so much more to do. There's the codex. There's all the skins you can get. There's all the service stars you can get. I think Chaos here, he's been chasing a service star in every single weapon and every single class, if I'm not mistaken. So I know you guys can't hear him, but I'm going to ask him a question now. I think last time I played with you was when the Russian DLC just came out, and in the name of the Tsar, and you were doing your cavalry kills. How are you going to getting on with your cavalry kills? You got all 100 now. Got your 100 Lance cavalry kills. So there's so much more there to do, and I really do hope they open up those medals to all the medals and all the ribbons all the time, because I think that's the best way to go forward. Maybe their plan was to stage this out the way they have.
But also, let's just go over the leaderboards here real quickly just before the match starts. Of course, as we saw, level 110 is currently first, followed up by Venom and Finnish Publa Heroes. Up next in 4th place, Octopus Gaming, followed by It's Too Easy Bro and Defy Esports. And then 7th in the leaderboard, one of the 2 teams here today is Guerrilla Warfare. Their current record is 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. In 8th place is the Rage Clan. And then in 9th place is Tribe eGaming. Guerrilla Warfare's opponents today, they currently have a record of 1 win, 2 losses, and 0 ties. Of course, here currently in Division 1, we have team number 7 versus team number 9 on the leaderboard. So, yeah, that actually should be a good game here because they're kind of similar in where they are on the leaderboard. Like they're pretty close together, so it really should be a good game. If you just look at the teams statistic wise.
Yeah, I feel like on paper it should be a good game. We've got Chap commenting here saying he's saying that mark these words: guerrilla warfare will camp underground Charlie, slowly capping the flag and picking off tribe one by one if they try to push. Very difficult to get GW out of there. Same with any of these Division 1 teams. Well, let's see what they can do with what they can do with explosives. Maybe use some smoke and flush them out of there. So it's actually Butters. I mistakenly said it was Charlie on Ruins there, or the bunker. So yeah, Butters is one of those points, definitely, though, that can be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and of course, you said Jeff's comment, and I thought that you meant his comment saying I should be a psychic. So yeah, I was a little confused there, but he actually he corrected himself, saying that he meant Objective Bravo or Butters instead of Charlie, which is his own mistake.
Hey, I said
But
Charlie
it
at the
happens.
beginning of the stream as well. I thought it was a Charlie point, but it is
Yes,
actually
it's usually
Butters.
Charlie.
It's my fault. Maybe I incepted that into his mind. I planted it in there. So blame me. Let the countdown begin. Let's see what happens.
Let's say, look, both teams look like they are going for a very standard lineup here with 2 squads of 4 on each team. Of course, completing a total of 8 players per team.
Yeah, let's see if that
as you can see
changes. Let's see if they switch up to different squads to get to spawn on people, because you might see people leaving squads, starting new squads, because that is a valid tactic.
Yes, maybe like a 4-1-3 squad roster. But let's take a look here at what is gonna happen here. We are currently looking at Mugiwara here, who is first of the push here, straight off the brink, capturing Objective Butters, of course.
Interesting. Mugi playing on GW. I thought he was a PLG now.
It looks like he is both now. Maybe he is for Frontlines.
He's playing for. Oh, okay,
GW,
I see.
And then T5 Domination, I think, is for PLG. But
that's fine. I guess if you're playing for 2 different game types, I was just wondering rule-wise how that works if you can play for 2 different teams.
Oh, and
smooth transition from Chaos
in the
there.
chat says that he is a platoon jumper, which you could also say that. But let's not go on and insult each other here. We are
insult. Hardly insulting anyone.
No, not you.
Jumper. No, I don't think platoon jumper is an insult. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah, we've got Harvey Tyler watching the south side entrance into Butters right now. Closely contested, as you can see.
There are a lot of people actually bunched up together. And for everyone, of course, watching Guerrilla Warfare is the blue team and Tribe eGaming is the red team. Just a quick reminder, so you do not
don't get confused.
One team for another.
Yeah, a lot of head glitches here. Everybody just set up very tactically on their points, and Guerrilla is good picking off, like Chap was saying. We'll see what happens. If they can just kill one GW and he can't get revived, that's gonna swing the favor over to Tribe. That's all they need to do right now, and they're looking for those ins. They're looking for those ins with their AT rocket there. They just want to get that little kill there, and they know they can't screw up right now because it's really close for GW. It's a very tense moment, I think, for Tribe.
Yes. So really, what Tribe, what their main goal is here probably is to flush out GW here from underneath the objective. That really has got to be like their main priority here. Because of course they are on top of the hill, they can pretty much shoot anyone that comes from the side, but of course you cannot shoot through the ground in this game.
It's not going to be easy, and they do have support though, so they can start wanging grenades in there and hoping to get some kills. Because they do have support. Even closer now. Even closer now.
We almost have the first capture point here for Guerrilla Warfare. Will they manage to take it?
Well, Tribe
We'll
should play it
see.
safe, and they shouldn't risk it. They should wait it out because they should wait it out. They should really not poke their heads out anywhere. Just watch all those exits and not move off the point. Not risk trying to kill a GW. See what happens. They need to force them out, like you said.
Yes, and Systematic one here says in the chat, anyone that plays competitive jumps from team to team. That indeed is correct, but that doesn't quite mean that like if someone is in one T5 team that he's going to switch out to another. Usually when they hop teams, they do it to play different types
Game
of
modes. Yeah. Again, so if it's T5, T8, T12, T16, whatever. That's a different story. But if you're playing T5 and T5 for two separate teams, I don't know how that would work. That could be a bit of a conflict of interest, especially if you're in the same.
Yes. If you're on both teams as competitive rosters, for example, for of course the divisions here on BFN, you cannot be on multiple rosters at the same time.
Yeah, I think what Tribe needs to do at this point is they need to stack up a lot of players right above where Nico is right there, I think. They need to stack up all their players there and all throw their grenade at a perfect bounce angle and get like 5 grenades in on Muggy and kill one of them. I think Muggy was on that side, just not picking on him. And I think that would work. But it's a strange tactic, but it's a valid one because at this point they've got nothing to lose if they get everybody in one spot, throw 5 grenades in perfectly, and just get that kill, and that'll shift, get an opportunity to rush in and shift the cap point to their favor.
Mm-hmm. But as you can see there, they are slowly, like very slowly. I think they're taking it back, or they have exactly. Oh no! Now GW has more people. It's kind of difficult to see actually. So I just kind of have to wait and see. Here we go. Now we can actually see it better. Thank you very much, Chaos. Yep, it looks like it is standing still, that they have exactly the same amount of players on the flag.
Oh, they have for a while, yeah.
Yeah, do both teams actually have every player on their team on the cap?
Oh, there's a grenade in. There's a grenade in, and that's what they need. They need to get 3 or 4 grenades in right there, and then maybe they'll get that kill.
Yeah, and then of course, then they have the advantage again in numbers on the flag, so they will start capturing.
That's it. That's what I think needs to happen. They need to stack up a bunch of players in a position where they can bounce a grenade in, and get like 5 of those grenades bounced in, and hopefully that'll kill one of the GW players, and then that's it. It's going to start moving in their direction. And then that gives them time to breathe as well. Once it starts moving in Tribe's direction, the capture, then they can rush into the bottom and maybe risk a few deaths. But it all depends. It's easy to say, more difficult to execute.
Of course, that's with everything. Every little strategy that you actually have in this game, it is just easy to come up with a strategy, but it's difficult to when the strategy actually is getting pressured. Of course, because you are going to have to hold on there to your tactic, even though the enemy brings out some good pressure against it.
Yeah, they have to be patient. They can't rush this. Like I was saying earlier, I think it's better for this to go 0-0 than it is to start momentum for GW, for example. Just be patient. They can't make any silly moves here. End of day, go 0-0, great, switch sides, and then maybe that'll give an opportunity for Tribe to push into there,
Yes, definitely, I agree.
And 1 point for each team on a draw is definitely going to be better than, no points for one team.
Yeah, yes, that is correct as well, because of course if you have 0 points after a round, you will then probably feel yourself like you're gonna kind of like bummed on morale and everything, because you're like, oh man, we have no more, we have no points, why even play this, it kind of brings down the morale in the team, I think, at least.
Systematic saying smoke it and rush it, smoke it, nade it, rush it. Well, I mean, you can smoke it, but those entrances are quite narrow. So even with smoke, all they need to do is shoot in the general direction of that entrance, and they're gonna get the kills. They're more dug in. They could do a distraction. They could run some smoke on 1 and 2 entrances, and then rush through a third. But to be honest, they're watching all those entrances, and it's gonna be difficult.
Yes, you can literally just see how much people there are underneath the thing. You actually see Callaway here. He is just looking at the entrance/exit here.
It's a big gamble, though, you know, smoking and rushing. Sure, they might get away with it, but it's so close to being Guerrilla Warfare's cap that I don't think they can risk it at this point. If it was more their cap and it was stopped on Tribe's side and it was much more red cap on Butters, then sure, they could risk something like that, but it's just too close right now to make any risky gambles.
Yeah, of course. And they're just...
There's some smoke there, as we say.
The smoke. Vape Nation is back, baby.
Yeah, make a cup of tea and have a smoke, maybe, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. I agree, though. If it was you know, again, more in Tribe's favor for the cap, they could gamble a bit, but right now they can't gamble.
But of course, so you're gonna have to admit, like GW, they are pretty comfortable, like underneath their little hill here. So, like, they could move, but like, why should they? You know, because they are comfortable. They do still have the advantage. They're very close to actually capping. If Tribe eGaming was to cap this, they're first going to have to completely neutralize the flag, and then they're going to have to actually capture it for themselves.
That's right, yeah. And then they can put themselves... Oh, no, we've got a death here.
Yep, looks like someone pushed out, and immediately just look at that
There
speed.
it is, yeah. There it is, yeah. Then we were chap, insinuating that GW can make a push. GW made a push, and there you go. Everything shifted over to Tribe's favor. That must have been a great morale boost for Tribe. I think they're going to be excited now, but they can't take that excitement and turn it into bad decisions. They need to still decide how they're going to move forward now.
They, of course, they get the adrenaline pumping right now, but they need to stay cool. Like, they need to stay smart. Don't make any stupid, like, bold plays.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's 9 minutes and 50 seconds left, so, you know, it could still just come down to capturing this 1 point. That could be the win for the round, capturing Butters here, but it could still, if they capture this, there could still be time to move on to, you know, move on to the next capture point, but we'll see how long this takes. It's very interesting, to be honest. This can be as interesting, in my opinion, as watching a match that's very action-packed as well.
Yes,
because really get into people's heads. It's like watching chess.
Yeah, like they're actually gonna have to think here. Like, how are they gonna play it? Like, they need to be smart because, of course, the one push that GW made, of course, resulted in pretty much the flag being neutralized.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we're not seeing supports standing there. And oh, here we go. We've got some action.
Yep, you saw some more shooting.
I should see lots of grenade spam from Tribe. I think there should be a lot of more grenade spam happening, but maybe they've got their players positioned in such a manner that allows them to get a quick revive if any of them dies, or they're watching all of the exits, and this is how they have to be positioned. But I think that over the entrances, there should be one person with support, and then they should both be throwing grenades and just constantly spamming them.
Yeah, that is actually the way to win here. Like, you can call it a cheap tactic, but if it's
there's nothing cheating. If it doesn't break the rules, it's not cheating.
Yes. No, I didn't say cheat.
No, it could be cheap. Cheap. Okay, yeah, it could be considered a cheap tactic, a cheesy tactic. I agree, but at the end of the day, all is fair in love and war, as they say.
Anything
Unless
is
it's the
allowed.
marksman into auto
and gas
revolver and gas. No, it could be cheap, but then again, you could say this whole match is cheap if you want.
More
to.
Vape Nations.
Here we go, Vape Nations. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got GW pushing out.
Yep, looks like it actually was their smoke. Who's gonna win the gunfight here? GW.
But they take it out, and it's going to be moving over. Oh, look at this. We've got action going down. GW's lost more players. It's coming out for Tribe now, I think.
I think the Tribe here is going to make this point. I think that there's only like 3, maybe less players from Guerrilla Warfare here on the flag right now. They are coming back here, but they had little people simultaneously on the map.
Oh, Carol's pushing out now.
Oh, yep.
Carol
does lose the gunfight. Because, of course, the guy...
3 GW's down, 2 Tribes down, it looks like.
Finally, we get some good action in this game. Just look at the scores here, how low killing this game has been. Like, look here. 2 kills, 1 kill.
There's only 10 kills on Guerrilla's side, it looks like.
quick match, bro. Quick match.
I think that was just going in my head, adding up, but I think it's only about 10 kills on Guerrilla's side. I didn't get a chance to look at Tribe. Yeah, 10.
And I'm just sitting here like, all right, this and that is this much.
Yeah, and there's about 20 kills for Tribe, so, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they do have the advantage in kills. But
yeah, but it's still... Exactly.
Still no flag
PTFO,
captured.
man, so, hey.
I mean, gotta give
Oh,
it.
boy, what have we got
PTFO.
there? You know, we should drop some AT mines. That'll make things interesting.
Yeah,
Plop
you
a
know.
few cow pies down by the exits, and then maybe throw some grenades. Carol's pushing out again over from the, I think that's the south side exit.
Yes, I think it's the south.
I don't have a map on this view. It'd be nice if we got a map on the free cam view. Personally, I would love to have like a compass or something.
Yeah, or now I can see it.
South. That was the east side, right? So south is towards the actual top of Verdun Heights.
And Chip here comes out with a new tactic. He says, throw a smoke and then
there we
run
go.
in there and just throw a limpet. And looks like there's more action here. See a pretty red kill feed here. So a lot of TRB eGaming kills. But they are capturing the flag slowly but surely. Look at just how slow their flag is going, because of course that is Frontlines. It is slow.
I love this. This is great. I want to see if the tensions is mounting, and as soon as this point gets capped, or if it doesn't, I mean, I'm interested to see what happens in the next round. If it goes 0-0, who's gonna get in that bunker? I mean, it's a dangerous position to be inside, and I think I would rather be on top than on bottom, to be honest.
I think maybe it's good to actually have like, of course, because you don't have the out of bounds. Like if you have one or two really good snipers in your team, you can pretty much have like 6 or 7 players sitting on the flag, like underneath, and then of course have your one sniper actually pick off the rest.
Yeah, you could have a scout picking off people, definitely, but they'd have to be quick because they need to ensure that the team underneath is always down to 7, and then that way you'll be okay. And then 6, 7, and 6, because I'll watch that body for the res, you know. But yeah, it could be a interesting maths experiment to count. Okay, and it's getting closer into Tribe's favor now.
It looks like it is stalled again here. Of course, still we only have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, and still there are no points for either team.
What's interesting is that what you just mentioned about the scout. I mean, considering it's a 10-second respawn timer, if I'm not mistaken, and by the time you're actually on the map, it's about 12, 13 seconds, isn't it? If you don't get revived.
Yes, something like that.
Something like that. So that means that you would have to kill somebody. You would have to kill another player within that 10 seconds. And yeah, I think it could work. It'd be difficult, but that could definitely work.
Yeah, of course. You can also maybe have something with an MG15 suppressive, like on a hill.
Or low weight, yeah, definitely. We apologize if there's any lag or any latency issues right now. We might be expecting some problems. All right, we lost the connection to the server. Are we back yet? No.
Well.
Oh, it's going off now.
Yep. Yes. But look at the kill feed here. It's very red again. But I think we're just gonna have to keep.
Yeah, we're gonna get a point. I think we're gonna get a point here for Tribe. Tribe's got it. There we go. Tribe 1-0 against Guerrilla Warfare.
Yes, first point in.
Woo! First point in. Momentum going. 2 minutes left. 40 seconds to the next unlock of the point less now. So let's see what happens. And it takes about 45 seconds to capture a flag, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but take a look at the kill feed here. I think that the GWs actually let themselves get killed in that situation there, because if they are gonna stay behind, they're only going to make it more difficult on themselves. So I think that maybe in the end they just ran out there. Look, I think you actually just saw a suicide there. Oh no, my bad. It was a headshot. But they actually got themselves killed so they could fall back more quickly.
Yeah, it's not going to happen with them. Even if they kept this, it's going to end in a draw again.
Mm-hmm.
You're right about the death. They probably did that just to respawn quick.
Yes, and it looks like that the connection servers here are off because I am seeing green lights on the board again. Look, and here's someone with the MG15.
Yeah, we apologize for any
It's
issues
a
there. We
Tom
had a
Bailey
server
here
loss
using
there,
the
server
MG.
connection loss on Twitch side. Yeah, the MG, just the standard MG, I think. It's not the low weight, and he's running iron sights as well. Nice to see that.
Yes, I
Most
think
people
it's
running
maybe
A.
the Storm variant. I'm not
Yeah,
quite
the
sure.
Storm probably.
Yeah, he does have the foregrip, so I think it's. But just look at the recoil on the thing. He does control pretty nicely because he is hitting his targets.
Getting out of the way of the grenade there. Contesting here against Tribe. It is still moving in Guerrilla Warfare's favor. They need to get one more body on the point. Tribe does, and then they'll stop it. There's only 40 seconds left. They can totally cap this. It's only about 20 more seconds to cap this point. And then it's going to end in a draw because there won't be enough time to open the next one. So it's still going to end 1-1.
Yep.
Unless Tribe gets more people. And it looks like they might be able to do that. Tribe's got 3 kills now. They need to hold them back for 20 seconds. That's it. But unless they get people...
Going into a quick overview, you can see here quickly that Tribe is on the hill. And that the Guerrilla Warfare is trying to hold them off there. But it does look like the Guerrilla Warfare are actually going to take the flag. And
yeah, it's 1-1.
into a
5 seconds
so
left.
It's going to be a draw.
It's going to end it. They may as well just stayed on butter.
Yes. They could have just sat there and just done nothing because we have the same end result.
Yeah, we have the same end result at the end of the day. Hey, at least we got some action in the end there.
Yeah, it's always good to see like more action in the game. Because of course there's a limited amount of tactics that you can discuss over a single flag.
Yeah, I think we've lost connection again, haven't we?
No.
Okay, we're good. Good.
We actually have not lost connection.
That's great. So we're going to start the next round. I can't wait to see. I mean, we can look at the scoreboard. Yeah, sure, Tribe's got more kills. Didn't really make a difference in the end. Right now, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Butters.
Mm-hmm.
And who's going underground and who's staying above ground. Or maybe they'll just avoid the underground altogether and decide to take it face-to-face on top just to avoid the situation here. But I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it might actually happen. Because both teams want to win the fight. Win the game. Because
Systematic saying bunkers should be banned. Block them off with sniper shields. Chap. Yeah. Block them off with gas.
It should work. But then again, are we just going to have like a 12v12 and then have a 13th guy from BFN just upholding everything?
Yeah, definitely. Give him an elite class and put him on a neutral team that can... Yeah, an elite class. Friendly Fire Zonic could just be a trench raider and just bash people in the face if they try to go in the bunker. or a flame trooper kit. You know, he could be on either team. It doesn't matter. Friendly Fire Zonic. Yeah, it'll work. Why not?
Yeah,
or he could be a medic and he could just lethal injection if they go under there. He can get the syringe out.
Yeah.
Death penalty.
One medic.
Yeah, one medic with a syringe and just lethal injection, just death penalty. And if you kill him, it's instant ban, you know, or instant forfeit. Or give him God mode.
And like give him like for maybe a name called "Don't Kill Me."
Banhammer.
Yes, Banhammer.
Good name, yeah.
Yes, but then we would really need a melee that actually is a hammer. Oh wait, of course, the Trench Raider Elite class is kind of like a hammer.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a hammer with nails.
Yeah, it's a baton with spikes, yeah.
And Systematic here is actually gonna call it Verdun Bunkers.
Verdun bunkers. We gotta think of a good name, just like Monte Crapa. We gotta think of something for this. Verdun bunkers works all right. I think we think of something better, guys. Come on.
Maybe instead of Verdun Heights, Verdun Lows, because the bunkers usually underground.
There we go. There we go.
Let the
They're all going
down.
down.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be a massive battle underground. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we've got some auto-loading extended. Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh,
he got away. Oh, he got away. Very nice.
Is he going to survive? Oh, he is going to survive.
Tribe's still alive. Oh, man, beautiful.
Oh, and they trade.
Tribe's got the advantage slightly. I don't think it's going to last very long. GW's on top. I think Tribe's going to end up getting trapped below. They've got people up on the hill as well.
Yep,
I think you're right. I think
looks like that they actually have heard, have listened to me, like have people from a bit of range picking down on everyone else.
You're telepathically communicating with them, or maybe they're watching the stream.
Yeah, I think that they're actually watching the stream. Or maybe.
Okay, it's close. Look at that.
Know. You don't know, do you, All-Star?
You get out of my head.
Alright, but looks like that Tribe eGaming is slightly on the advantage. I think I can see it very slowly moving in their direction. I was actually going a bit faster here.
Kill feed looks pretty even, 50-50. Okay, it's going to be an advantage for Tribe now, maybe.
Yes, and of course for everyone here looking at home again, Tribe eGaming is in this round on the blue team.
Ooh, Guerrilla Warfare setting up on top. Sorry to interrupt you. Look at that. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point to have up there. No ladders, remember, folks, but there is no ladder you need to. You don't need a ladder to get up there. There is no ladder on this map, as far as I'm aware.
If you're gonna go free running, go ahead.
Yeah,
just
go parkour all day. That's right, and he's dead.
Well, kids, parkour is dangerous.
That's right. Beware of beware of the Verdun Heights. Yeah.
The Verdun Heights will take you to the Verdun Lows.
Lows, yeah.
We have terrible sense of humor. Maybe we
have an excellent sense of humor. What do you mean? We should be getting Reddit gold all the time.
Instead of being comedians. But looks like Callaway here gets killed with the Hellraiser.
Oh. And he's got his insurance policy.
By a grenade by Mugiwara.
Oh, here goes the beauty bar telescopic, eh?
Yes, it actually looks awful in my opinion. I hate the way it looks. Just this giant scope, you know.
Yeah, Guerrilla Warfare taking the advantage now.
Yes.
At least we're actually getting some action, and the stakes are a bit higher. Tribe's just practically wiped out. They've got nobody on the point. I don't think they're going to get anybody on the point. It's too much open terrain between them and Butters, and not enough time. Maybe about 20 seconds before that point's Guerrilla Warfare's.
Alright. I'm sorry, I just had to.
Oh, you're so entertained, aren't you? Wow.
No.
Do you want us to get you a Battlefield Nation sleeping bag and pillow to go along with your yawn?
Sure, send it my way.
Bet your points, bet your coins, and remember typing exclamation points, you know, and maybe you'll get one. We can get one in the store for you.
Yes, alright, but looks like Guerrilla Warfare is actually gonna take out this flag here, so they are gonna go in a 2 versus 1 lead here. Of course, when you add the points from a last game, let's not forget about that. But also, as you probably have read in the chat, I have been called into work actually earlier this evening because there was an emergency which I actually had to attend to because they really needed me.
Hey man, that's cool. Doesn't matter. Happens to all of us.
Yes, that is why I yawn every once in a while.
Oh, okay. Tired.
Yes.
Get yourself a coffee.
Yeah, maybe actually a good idea. But actually, let's focus on the game here instead of my actual physical state here.
Yeah, it's 2-1 now. Guerrilla Warfare's gotten picked up the point on Butters. Tribe setting up here at Alpha. Like we said before, they need to have a front defensive line. They can't let Guerrilla get anywhere close.
Guerrilla gets on the kill.
Yeah, Carol's going to act as a spawn point, I think, there. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
His entire squad spawn him at the same time. Carol's actually running away. I believe Joey here, he is pushing. I'm very sorry because I'm also just sitting in my bed, which probably was not a
That does
smart
not
idea.
help. No, that sitting in your bed, just laying around on the job, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to file an official complaint with Anwar.
Why would Anwar when you can actually say it to Chaos here?
Yeah. We're here. I'm here. All set up in my living room. I'm sitting here. I've got my glass of water, so I don't run out of hydration there. But oh man, look at that Look at
Yes.
that.
The accuracy with the marksman, of course. That marksman is allowed. The self-slaughter M1916, from the top of my head here, is allowed.
Yeah, it is
Because-
allowed. It's not an easy gun though to use. I think the marksman auto loading is easier to use. You can't shoot it at its highest rate of fire, as I've said before, because if you do, the recoil is atrocious.
Yes, of course. That was kind of possible with the 835 marksman, but of course, if you miss one shot in that or two, you're not gonna get like a one-clip kill because you
No,
only have 5 bullets.
I like the self-slaughter 1906 sniper. I wish we could use it in comp personally in T8. It's only got 5 bullets, but I know it's considered DLC, even though it was a free DLC. I do love that gun. It's very,
Oh,
very.
you mean the 1906?
1906 sniper
the one you get-
self-slaughter with the 5-shot
Yes.
and the scope. Yeah, I love that gun. It was a free DLC, but maybe we'll look into that again. I think
The
there's
one,
been some mention of it in the community.
The one for reaching medic rank 10.
That's right. Yeah, it's a really cool.
Yes,
Sniper
absolutely
variant.
hate that thing.
It's great.
All right, but
Not
let's have a look here. Oh, it looks like Guerrilla Warfare A is
But-
actually gonna
yeah,
take
that's
over
it, that's
Objective
it.
Alpha as well here.
And now we're moving on to MCOMs, and this can all go in GW's favor.
Of course, this is more close-ranged combat here.
And
This
not
looks
the
like
one that you
Tribe.
unlock at level 10. The one you unlock at level 10 doesn't have a scope. That one is just the iron sight 5-shot, and that one's allowed. There's a sniper variant of the 5-shot one that came out with the free DLC, and that one is great. I mean, so is that 5-shot one with the iron sights, but yes, it's that one, but a different variant.
Yeah, of course, the self-slaughter. You can also use the, not the I think the carbine
factory.
variant. No, not factory. You have the one with the iron, the one with the scope, and then the one with kind of like the reflex sight. That's
The optical.
yes, optical. I was kind of
Awful.
confused.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, I think that's why Battlefield, that's why DICE and EA decided to make it one of the challenges is to get kills with the self-slaughter optical because it was such an awful gun in my opinion. But hey,
Oh, I
maybe I
love
just
it.
don't know how to use it. Do you like it? Really? Oh, right.
Yes,
You
but
have to
it does
teach me
look
how to
like
use
Guerrilla
it then.
Warfare here are actually gonna take out Objective Bravo. They have guys on the flag. They have it armed. They are also arming.
They're also
Objective
arming Alpha, yeah.
I think that
So
there may be
apples and butter are both marked, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, looks like they did just take out Objective Bravo there.
And they're gonna take out
Looks
Alpha
like
now,
Guerrilla
and
Warfare
that's gonna be
did have-
5-1 now, and it's gonna
Mhm.
end on 8-1, I think. That's what's gonna happen here. Oh, we've got a defuse!
Nope, they actually defused it.
So there's
They
29
actually
tickets left.
managed to defuse.
So GW needs to get those res. They need to get those res. Keep going with the res to not get a ticket loss.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're actually really gonna have to fight here. And just need to dig down and like use everything that they have just to be able to come back. Because it's not easy. They're both very strong teams. But of course,
Oh,
you
they
can't
can bring
come
it back, definitely.
if you
I
don't
mean,
try.
yeah, there's 11 minutes left. If they wrap this up real quick, they might be able to get off at this point in the next 5 minutes. That leaves them with an opportunity to get 4 more points. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be difficult. I don't see it happening. I think Guerrilla's going to take this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can see here that Tribe actually just has more people very close by. Because of course now they have 8 people on 1 MCOM.
Yeah, even if they do defend here and get these 22 tickets gone, they're not going to have enough time to capture 4 more points to tie with Guerrilla Warfare. So I'm going to call it as a win for Guerrilla Warfare at this
But
point.
they did just arm Objective Alpha here.
Yeah, so either way it goes, with or without the destruction of this MCOM, it's going to be a win for
Yep.
GW.
Well, you don't know that for sure, but...
Well, looking at the time, I
probably,
mean,
yes.
thinking 40 seconds to unlock a
They have
point,
half a game
and then
and...
they would have to, it would be 80 seconds per point times 4 points. Do the maths. 8 and 4 is what, 32, 3 minutes 20 seconds if they were perfect, but highly unlikely.
Yes, it's like so close. It's hardly possible because of course you cannot have.
Yeah,
And
there we
of
go.
course
And it's
here it
8-1.
goes.
Yeah.
8 versus 1. Guerrilla Warfare versus Tribe eGaming here on Verdun Heights, or as we call it now, Verdun Lows. Also, I'll let you do the rest.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? That momentum happened and it went. You know, Tribe did well. That long, drawn out, about what 17 minutes we spent on Butters at the beginning. Looking at the scoreboard, I mean,
Looks like one man from GW has already left the server.
yeah, I mean,
Looks
Harvey
like
Tyler
we're done.
20-9. You've got a lot more kills on the better KDs on the Guerrilla Warfare side, so that showed in that quad spawn that we saw over on the push towards was it Charles
in the
that
barn.
made a big difference in the barn. Yeah, I mean we called it. Carol was there set up, I think, and everybody spawned on him. Looking at a Tribe, Hate for You 1692 with 19 and 9. It was one of those games where it just happened. The inertia kept going.
Yes, like where the other teams' strategy is just a bit better than yours, and really to be able to kind of like pick yourself up and actually slightly just change. All right. Yes, I just heard from a big Finn in the background here that we're gonna go on a quick break here to try and get some of the team leaders in for a quick post-game interview. So we will see you guys probably again
Give us about
in
2
a
minutes,
few
yeah.
minutes.
When I was yours, you told me not to leave it all behind. I guess that's what I've done. And now I don't feel the way that I should feel inside. It's time to let it go. We started out strong.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed the tunes. And we're here with Carol 007 from GW, the infamous Verdun Lowe's campers that brought us that. Personally, I loved it. I thought it was great to see something different. And Streak's here with us as well, and Chaos Behind the Controls. Carol, listen, man. Personally, I think you were one of the only people that pushed out and got killed. Is that correct?
No, I saw Slim push out a few times and get killed. I think we were all losing patience, but it was a waiting game. We just thought like, yeah, it's just difficult, isn't it? We were just like, fuck it, let's just go.
Yeah, we could see at the end of the first round, you guys just started pushing out. But of course, because you kind of like gave up objective butter at that time, you really could see that it brought some momentum into the game.
Yeah, it was a stalemate, and I think we needed to be proactive. Like, we're a proactive team, so it was. If anything, we were trying to bait. We were trying to go like, sort of be like, we're leaving, come in. Sort of make them think, oh shit, let's go, let's try and run in. But that didn't really work. But we were very lucky that we had just over 2 minutes to cap our next flag and make it a draw. But yeah, that was pretty chaotic, to be honest, as well. But
yes, because the last game that I commented on for you guys was versus Nemesis Esports by Haya Gamers. Yes, that was me as well. I really noticed that you guys really are a momentum-driven team. Like, once you guys get the momentum, like, it's really difficult, like, in Frontlines to stop you guys. Is that, like, your strategy? Like, do you guys train on that? Or...
Well, I'm not going to reveal too much, because I think I revealed a little bit too much in the last one. But yeah, I mean, like, Frontlines is a game of momentum, though. I think, in my opinion, capping that first flag is of utmost importance, because initially, there's your first stage of momentum. So I guess it's not necessarily a strategy; it's just part of the core gameplay mechanic of the Frontlines mode. But it's obviously a tug of war, and as you've seen in the higher game, we also have the ability to come back and to despite being on the back foot, we do have the ability to keep our composure and return the favor almost. I don't know. That was a mad game, but obviously in the second round we got momentum, and there you go, right to the MCOMs.
Yes, because of course, as you just said, of course, with the momentum, that also gives you guys great comeback potential. Because, for example, if you get pushed back all the way to the MCOMs, and you manage to actually like keep the morale and the discipline up in your team, then you have some serious comeback potential. Because if you can switch over that momentum and make it your own, of course, they might be at your MCOM, but you're gonna push back all the way once you just get that momentum rolling.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, GW's actually has originally been a Rush clan from sort of Squad Rush from Battlefield 4 and 3.
Awesome.
And so even if we are getting pushed back to MCOMs, that is actually where we are most comfortable. MCOMs, that's just our forte, to be honest. So yeah, I guess maybe that helps. Even if we're pushed back to MCOMs, like, we know how to split up and defend two MCOMs, and we know how to attack them as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's just the middle bits that you got to figure it out. But we knew for that second round that we had to push. We decided against, and I'm glad I can speak about this, because we probably won't play Verdun again, or there is a potential for it, at least not for a while.
Every map is possible.
Yeah. I guess we just knew that you have to sort of challenge above ground, and hold a line after that, really. As any team should really know with any Frontlines match.
I'm surprised that Tribe didn't stack up on one entrance and just spam grenades. All they needed was a support player and then 3 or 4 other guys just spamming nades and then killing one of you guys, and that would have given them the advantage and pushed the point cap towards their direction.
Yeah, that was kind of something we expected, to be fair, and they clocked onto it quite well. I think in a positive way, to be honest. They clocked onto it, and I've not really played a clan where they've been that quick to sort of realize the situation at hand. Is where you find most people just sort of are like quite confused by it and sort of go in dribs and drabs rather than really try and think about their situation. So to fair dues, they did well considering. I guess they were really difficult. They were a good strong team. So yeah, it was a good match.
It's like a game of chess at the beginning. It was really interesting to watch. I personally enjoyed it because I wanted to see what the possibilities were and what could happen and how it was going to play out. And it played out the way it did. I didn't expect chaos to break out. I actually expected it to go 0-0. But then it went 1-1, which essentially was the same difference. So
Yes.
But crazy.
To be honest, I sort of said when we were in the bunker, like this must be absolutely horrible watching for BFN right now. But maybe it was actually tense from above.
It was cool, yeah. It was cool to see something different. It was like watching chess, very tactical, and I personally loved it. But then I'm a bit of a weirdo sometimes, so hey.
Yeah,
I guess we all are.
It certainly took the strategy element of Battlefield to a little bit of a different level than the usual kind of the usual organized chaos that it is. So yeah, it was interesting to partake in. I'm not going to lie, that was one of the weirder Battlefield games I've ever played.
Definitely something you can learn from, and it'd be nice to kind of replay that scenario maybe in the future and see what could or couldn't work. Considering limpets are banned, somebody could have ran in and dropped a limpy and could have got a multi, but gas is banned as well. And the only other thing we really thought of was, like I said, stacking up like all of 6-7 of their guys with grenades getting chucked in, I think impacts are banned as well. Yeah. And then or maybe a scout posted up on the hill shooting in, but who knows?
I think that it's the commitment though. It's not necessarily how you do it. It's whether you commit.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's whether all 8 players do it. And if, in my opinion, if even 7 out of 8 did it, there's a chance that it would fail. A larger chance that it would fail.
Rushing it would be difficult because you guys had every single entrance on lock, and
exactly.
It just was. I don't think it would have worked, and then you would have just revived everybody, and they would have ended up pushing and you would have kept it.
Essentially, though, it's easier to go in, to push in than it would be.
Than it is to get out. Oh yeah, definitely.
So
I think I agree 100%.
If anything, I'm quite proud we took the risk actually and decided we'll take our chances. We've got enough time to cap the other flag. I'm confident we can cap the other flag if it doesn't go to plan. And lo and behold, we did. So yeah, good game.
GG.
GG. Nice one.
Yes, and Carol, I'm just going to give you one piece of advice. Don't worry about whether the audience is having a good time watching it. You just got to play your game, and we'll make sure that the audience stays enjoyed.
No, I mean, it's not like I would ever really think about that in a game, but when it was
probably a passing thought.
There was that much time on the ground, we did start to crack jokes, almost as if we were we've been waiting there for an hour.
Anybody on your stream on your team streaming tonight?
I'm not too sure. I didn't really ask, to be honest.
That would have been interesting to get inside perspective as well. So if anyone did, let me know. We might be able to use some of that footage. That'd be great.
Yeah, for sure. I'll let you know. I think one of us
unless it's classified.
Yeah, I mean, if we
can just watch back the stream.
Comms down. Yeah, we
take
can cut the audio out. Yeah, take the comms out. Redact it.
Yeah.
I think that you can actually, in your settings, make sure that it does not record party audio.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. But you can always do it post as well. It's easy enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just happy that we had a bit of a rocky start, but we're starting to get a good little row of wins together now, and we're gonna plan on keeping that the trend, if you like.
Good stuff, man. Awesome. Thanks for joining us for the interview, and we'll catch everybody else in the next one. Take care.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've got tomorrow's lineup. Of course we do. You know what? I'm gonna streak. Get that. You'll probably get a better view on that leaderboard because I don't have the 1080 here. Wow, we've already updated it. That's awesome. The standings have been updated. That is great.
All right. As of right now, the biggest differences here is that Guerrilla Warfare is now actually third on the leaderboard. They were seventh at first, but now they are third. So they really stepped up in their ranks, so to say. Like, of course, going from seventh to third is a big difference in a bracket with only 12 teams in it. Yes, their record currently sits at 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Yeah, what else can I say about it?
Well, we've got tomorrow's matches as well. Remember,
Yes.
So Saturday we've got 5 o'clock GMT. Killer Clowns.
Oh, for the first time, it wasn't me.
Sorry, my dog pulled my USB out.
All right.
She's playing around.
Anyway, All-Star here said Saturday at 5 GMT we have Killer Clowns versus FPH, which will be commented on by Syrup and All-Star Punk if everything goes to plan. And then followed up on 7 GMT we have level 110 versus Rage Clan, which is going to be me and Syrup actually. Or if one of us cannot make it, we have All-Star. And then the third match, which may be streamed if we have enough time, is another Division 1 match of It's Too Easy Bro versus Venom, which is gonna be streamed by me and All-Star Punk in this case. And then the next game at 9 GMT here is gonna be a Division 2 match from Epic Team Friends versus North American Canucks. Which will be streamed by the King of King and me, of course. And then if either one of us can make it, we still have All-Star and Syrup in the background.
Yeah, I'll go over that one more time real quick. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. GMT and 7 p.m. GMT and 8 p.m. GMT. And also 9 p.m. GMT. So we'll have 4 on for you tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got 5 p.m. GMT and 7 p.m. GMT. So best to remember 5, 7, 8, and 9. 5, 7, 8, and 9. And those are the times to be tuned in. Keep your notifications on. Thank you to subscribers and followers. Check your email or wherever you've got it so you know that when we're live and you can check us out.
And of course, just remember this. Gonna be an action-packed weekend.
Yes, we're going to have 17 minutes of Verdun Lows brought to you by BFNations, so get excited. Get excited. Who knows what will happen next, but today was definitely an interesting one.
Yep, I'm really looking forward to this weekend here. Should be crazy. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, we're going to be busy. So tune in. Thank you for your time. Remember to check your points and start making your bets, and maybe have a look and start trying to get on the Discord and talk to some people and then maybe get some inside advice on who to bet on, and maybe you can get that battle pack of that Frontlines pack through our store. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
And maybe you can even get a chance of winning a conversation with the Mighty Streak. The one and only.
Yeah. You could win a conversation with Streak, and maybe we can get Streak a nice sleeping bag and a pillow for next time as well, or maybe an espresso machine. That'll work.
Yeah.
Or a mute button. I don't know.
I'm just gonna sit here with a face cam, and I'm just gonna watch this.
We don't want to scare the audience, man.
All right, a foot cam then.
Foot cam. Oh God, we're gonna get the foot fetish people in. Brilliant stuff, man. All right, thanks to everybody for tuning in. It's been great. Always a pleasure, guys. Take care.